Of course, we want to execute our notes, rhythms, phrases, and other things when we're performing music. But if we don't do those things and play with our best sound, none of that really matters. Hello everyone, I'm the trumpet technician, and today I'm going to be sharing some tips with you guys on how you can improve your trumpet sound. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to share with you guys some reasons why your trumpet sound is not improving. Reason number one, you're simply not practicing. Oh, yes! Well, look at what we have here. Sitting here playing video games, you could be improving your trumpet sound. Get over there! Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go over there now. Kids these days. But anyway, if we don't practice, then our sound is never gonna improve. Our sound is just gonna stay the same from the last time we picked up our horn, which may have been a week ago. There's this quote that I learned that says, life is like a trumpet. If you don't put anything into it, then you won't get nothing out of it. So yes you, go practice so you can improve your trumpet sound. Now, go! Reason number two, you're just playing everything loud all of the time. Hey! Why are you playing so loud? If you want to improve your trumpet sound, you can't play that loud all the time. Keep the noise down. When you're practicing your trumpet with a very loud sound like that every day, you're then going to pick up your instrument and play with an unfocused, edgy trumpet sound. Therefore, you need to bring down the volume by playing softer dynamics such as piano, mezzo piano, and mezzo forte. Leave forte and fortissimo alone. You only want to practice with that sound when you're practicing repertoire. Other than that, if you're looking to improve your trumpet sound, play softer dynamic levels. That way, you can focus your trumpet sound and eliminate all the edge from it as well. Reason number three, not listening to trumpet players who can play with a beautiful trumpet sound. One thing that I learned throughout being in college is that you never want to reinvent the wheel. So don't go wasting your time trying to come up with the trumpet sound that you believe is characteristic for the music that you're playing. Because if you have somebody come and listen to you play, and they believe that the sound that you're playing with is not characteristic to the music that you're playing, then you're going to be upset just because you wasted all that time trying to come up with the trumpet sound that you thought was characteristic for the music that you're playing. So with that being said, go ahead and listen to some other trumpet players playing with a beautiful sound. That way, you can gain a much better understanding of what the trumpet should sound like. You can emulate that trumpet sound, practice it, and apply it to the music that you're playing. Now let's go over some tips that will help you improve your trumpet sound. So in one of my previous trumpet tutorials, I talked about 2 breathing exercises that will help improve your trumpet sound. And in one of the exercises consisted of a cut-up bottle that I kind of talked about but didn't really go into detail. So here we go. I have a bottle right here that's cut up already. Here goes the bottom part of it, and I just simply took a pair of scissors and cut through the middle of it. No need to demonstrate that. You guys know how to do that. So here we go. We're just going to take the top part of the bottle, place it in our mouth as if we're drinking it, and just simply breathe through it. Don't breathe from your chest and don't breathe from your shoulders. Breathe down below. Now the goal of that breathing exercise is to feel yourself sigh. And when you're usually sighing, there's no tension involved. All the air that you inhaled is just being let go. So we want to take that sigh feeling and apply it to the instrument. That way, your sound will be full, rich, and very beautiful. So that was a short melody that I came up with in my head, and I just played it. But I simply took the sigh feeling from the breathing exercise and applied it to the trumpet. And as you heard, there was no tension in the sound, and the sound was very beautiful. And the more you practice this exercise at the beginning of every practice session every day, you're going to find that your sound will improve little by little the more you use that exercise. Another way to improve the trumpet sound is to play with your mouth as open as you can. Now, the cup inside of the mouthpiece is already small, and we don't want to set our embouchure in a way that it's too small. Otherwise, we're going to get a very pinched and sharp trumpet sound. So in order to avoid that, we want to open our mouths just enough to where we can land in this place where I like to call the happy zone, where the sound is much more full and more in tune. Check this out. And what I just did there is what's known as a lip bend or a pitch bend. So I started out with a very sharp sound, and I opened up my mouth just enough to where I landed in the happy zone, where your sound becomes much more full and more in tune. Also, keep in mind that if we play with our mouths too wide open, then we're going to play with the sound that's very flat. Check this out. So you want to play with the mouth open, yes, but you still want to make sure that everything in your embouchure is firm. So make sure that your corners are firm and your chin is flat, and make sure the middle part of your lip is relaxed and open, so the sound is more full and more in tune. So I'm going to go the other way now, where I'm going to start with the flat pitch and bend my way up to the happy zone. So incorporate those lip bends or pitch bends, you can call them whatever you want. Incorporate those in your practice session every day. That way you have a much better understanding of where that happy zone is. That way you can practice consistently with a much more full and a much more in tune sound. Listening to other trumpet players play with a beautiful sound is one thing, but if we don't pick up our horns and play along with the trumpet players that we're listening to, then we'll never improve our trumpet sound. So if we actually go and pick up our horns and play along with the trumpet players in the video or audio recordings that we listen to, we'll find that we'll have a much better understanding of what the trumpet should sound like, and then we can take that sound and apply it to the music that we play. That way we can play with a much more beautiful sound. Also, when you're doing this, feel free to record yourself, because you never know. There may be a moment or two when you're playing and the sound may get sharp, flat, or there may be a little bit of edge to it, and you want to avoid that at all costs. So feel free to record yourself, and you'll become a much better musician, and your sound will improve a lot. So with all these ideas that I shared with you in this video, it is important that we incorporate these in our practice routines, because if we don't, then we'll never improve our trumpet sound. You can go into a solo performance and perform your notes, rhythms, articulations, and phrases correctly. But the one thing that the audience is really going to remember about your entire performance is you playing with a bad trumpet sound. So please, please, please never go a day without practicing, because you only get out what you put in. I also have some highly recommended items on my website that I would like for you to go take a look at, as they will help improve your trumpet sound as well. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I'm the trumpet technician, and I'm out. And I'll put my website link in the description so you can take a look at those items. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.